Thanks everyone for joining, both here in person and also online. I think the camera's back there. Thanks everybody who's able to make it this evening or wherever you are in the world. I'm David McCollum. I'll be moderating this session. I'm a scientist at Oak Ridge National Laboratory in the US and also a part of the IPCC Working Group 3. We have in my opinion, an excellent event that's planned for today. 5 partners came together to make this happen. I've worked really hard over the last few weeks. We have RIGHT, YASA, EDITS, a community project, TARA from India, Development Alternatives as well, and a number of people came together to make this happen. Those you see on stage for sure. Also some folks who are sitting at home. I'd like to thank Binny Bozakis from YASA in particular, who really did a lot of planning to make this happen. So thanks so much, Binny. Okay, so the focus of today's session is energy demand, energy efficiency, conservation, how deep energy efficiency, conservation efforts, and lifestyle changes, sociocultural changes can play an important role in net zero pathways. We have, in my opinion, a really amazing lineup of speakers who's here to talk through a variety of ideas and initiatives that they're a part of. It would be giving lengthy introductions for each of the speakers would be definitely deserved. This is really a great lineup. We don't have time for that, so I'll keep the comments very brief for now. But suffice it to say that I think a common theme among the various speakers is that they're all playing a pretty significant role in all of their respective countries or regions or at the global level. In advancing the science policy discourse around climate change, around sustainability, and this includes advising ministers, advising corporate leaders, leading major projects and initiatives, taking part in IPCC, and the list goes on. So it's really great that they all made time for this. First, we'll have some, the way this session will work, we have some opening and welcome remarks from Keigo Akimoto from the Research Institute of Innovative Technology for the Earth, RIGHT in Japan, and then followed by some welcome remarks from Bharti Joshrottia from Development Alternatives in India. And then we'll go through 5 presentations. First, Keivan Riahi from YASA, the International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis, which is in Austria. And then after that, Joashri Roy from the Asian Institute of Technology, AIT, that's in Thailand. Nan Zhou, Lawrence Berkeley National Lab in the US, in California. Karin Scrivener from the École Polytechnique in Lausanne, Switzerland. And then Shoman Maiti from Technology in Action for Rural Advancement, the TARA in India. And once we get through those presentations, about 10 minutes each, we should have about 20-30 minutes for open questions from the audience, panel discussion between the panelists. And just to kick that off, Nebojša Nakacinovic, the Naki for short, he's going to say a few words and then as a discussant, and then we'll get into the panel discussion. So without further ado, very happy to pass it to my friend and colleague, Professor Akimoto.
Thank you very much, David. My name is Keigo Akimoto from Research Institute of Innovative Technology for the Earth. Again, I'd like to thank to all of the participants in this room and also through online. Welcome to the side event on high services with low energy and resource demand for low carbon pathways and SDGs. So I'd like to talk about the background of this side event and also EDITS project. So this is a G20 Karuizawa Innovation Action Plan on Energy Transition and Global Environment for Sustainable Growth in 2019 statements. We recognize the importance of quantitative analysis on better understanding future energy demand and supply and the role of innovation of both sides driven by digitalization, AI, IoT, and the sharing economy. We encourage efforts made by the global scientific community and international organizations and frameworks to further define and develop the full spectrum of economy-wide scenarios for energy and climate models. So, this is the overview of the EDITS project. EDITS is energy demand changes induced by technological and social innovations. This project is supported by Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry, METI Japan. This project starts in 2020, and the participating research institute of researchers, including EASR, AIT, LBNL, OECD ITF, and so on. Nearly 100 researchers, including many IPCC lead authors, will be involved in. The objectives are as follows: to create a research community with a focus on end-use demand-side perspectives that furthers dialogues and cross-fertilization of research and policy analysis through the sharing of novel data, novel concepts, methodologies, and policy analysis. To improve the state-of-the-art demand modeling in environment and climate policy analysis via methods and model intercomparisons and assessing the transfer of conceptual and methodological improvements across discipline sectors and environmental domains. To better inform policy via structured models, experiments, and simulations, and that assess potential impacts, barriers, as well as synergies and trade-offs to other SDG objectives of demand-side policy investments, interventions, particularly in novel fields and service provision models such as digitalization, sharing economy, or the integration of SDGs and climate objectives in synergetic policy designs. And this is a whole picture of the response measures to climate change. The whole, several options will be required to respond to climate change. But EDITS project focuses on particularly human activities and energy improvement, energy efficiency improvement, as you can see here. So, IPCC 1.5 special report provides typical 4 scenarios, including low energy demand scenarios, as you can see here. And also the IPCC 6 assessment reports also show the 5 typical scenarios to achieve carbon neutrality, including low demand scenarios. These scenarios show the potentially lower CDR technologies dependence. So, and also low energy demand can achieve the multiple SDGs because of deep emission reductions at affordable cost will be a key to achieve multiple SDGs, and digitalization and other innovations related in end-use sectors will contribute to the achievement. So also, the IPCC 5 shows the knowledge gaps, as you can see here, better metric to measure actual human well-being, evaluation of climate implication of digital economy, scenario modeling of services, and dynamic interaction between individual, social, and structural drivers of change. These gaps will also be tackled in our EDITS project. So, thank you very much for your kind attention, and also please also join the side event for the EDITS at the Japanese Pavilion next week. Also, thank you very much.
Thank you, Keigo. Good evening and namaskar to all the speakers as well as the participants who have joined online as well as physically. I would like to welcome you all in this side event at the COP27, wherein we will be discussing about the energy demand reduction, decarbonization of the urban environment and construction sector, and the pathway to the net zero. The colleagues from India and EPFL Switzerland would be discussing about the technological advancements or the research that has been done in bringing up, reducing the CO2 emissions in the construction sector, be it brick sector or cement sector. I think we would be having a very good flow of the event that would be discussing about the energy reduction, energy demand, energy reduction, and then the technical technologies that we offer. So without taking much time, I would just request David to start the session, and looking forward to a good session. Thanks.